Alright, well, I am covered in dirt and Osage dust, and I don't care because I have been building bows and working my butt off all day because it's a Monday and we work almost 7 days a week, and that doesn't matter. But the mail just came and I heard a nice package delivery at the door, and I got a brand new package, and I looked down and I was like, what is that? I don't have anything coming. I looked down and it says the brown bear, and when I see something from the brown bear, that means it's from Moccasins, Canada. So I don't care if I'm dirty or not. I'm excited, and I'm going to open this thing up. And I got my trusty $5 paring knife that I use for working around the yard, and I am going to unpack this thing in real time because I am just that excited about this new pair of moccasins. Oh, it's something to be excited about. It really is. I got this nice packaging it comes in, and I'll tell you what, if you don't get excited about a brand new pair of moose hide moccasins, well, then you're probably not a primitive hunter. So this is a new model that they have. The ones I got last year were the ones that had the crepe sole, and that was like an unrefined rubber sole, and worked really good. But I got them because we were going to Idaho, and I was just a little bit worried about that steep terrain. I was kind of thinking maybe I just want a little bit more traction, maybe something that'll put up to some rock abuse. And I got those, and they were great. And actually, about the time that I was done with the Idaho, I wore those things out in Idaho, let me tell you. I beat them up. And they held up great. They really did. But I came home and I had a little bit of separation on the crepe sole, which was really not a big deal. I mean, if you were in Idaho, you would understand. They should have been in tattered shreds by the time I got home. And they just had a tiny little bit of separation. And what I ended up doing was I glued them back. No big deal. Put a little E6000 glue on it, stuck them tight. And then I went back and just used them over and over, and had no problems from there on out. But about halfway through my Florida season, I realized I didn't need them, and I really kind of wanted that leather sole. And since I already beat the things up, I wasn't terribly concerned about it, so I just took a knife and I cut the stitching on the bottom of the crepe soles. Sorry, we got neighbors, and like I told you, I don't care. I'm excited. I'm unpacking this stuff. So you're going to hear cars go by and neighbors beeping, and that's all how that's going to be. But anyway, I took a knife and actually cut stitching and pulled the crepe sole off just so I could stock quieter and leather soles. So now when it was time to get a new pair, because I haven't worn the other pair out, but they're starting to get pretty hard looking because I just beat them up. I said, well, let's just get some with leather soles now. And the new model that they have has a wraparound leather sole, as opposed to the one that's just stitched and glued at the bottom. So the wraparound, now you're not going to wear the stitching out on the side like you would have when they were on the bottom, which is the same with the crepe sole. So I've used this sole before. I have this same sole on a pair of lower moccasins, like low angle moccasins, and they're super duper quiet. So when I had the option to get these, I was like, let's do it. Let's give it a try. And I got them, and man, they look good. And we're going to try them on. And I know they're going to feel good too, because I already am familiar with this sole. But here you go, Moccasins Canada. You can look them up at moccasinscanada.com, and if you really want to, you can go to my site, huntprimitive.com, and you can buy them there as well.